golf though, and I was still in my outfit, and I decided to go over there in my Northwestern golf uniform. Bongo was like, "What are you wearing?"
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Open Space Park, site of the Defender Baseball doubleheader today. Dordt taking on Jamestown. This is games 3 and 4 of a 4-game set. These two teams battled it last night and came away with a split. Dordt beating Jamestown, come from behind fashion. 4-3 was that final in game 1. And the nightcap, it was Jamestown coming back and winning that one 9-1. So these two teams will battle it again today. This afternoon, first pitch of game 1 is set for 1 p.m., followed by game 2 at around 3:30 or thereabouts. The name is Matt the SID. I'm on the call, courtesy of the Dordt Media Network. Video production there. Rich Lodewijk is our chairperson today. He is the show director. Not only is he in charge, but he is directing here in Game 1. Ian McDonald and Peter Shippey are on the cameras here in Game 1. Dordt 4-14 on the season in the conference, 16-20 overall. That 4-14 record, good for 10th place in the current standings. As we are winding down, we still got a lot of baseball left to be played, but in 2 weeks the regular season will be over and we'll head into the conference tournament. Top 8 teams will make the conference tournament. Right now, Dordt is on the outside looking in at 4-14. Jamestown, they are 7-9 in league play, 18-16 overall. They are in 7th place in the conference standings and right in the thick of it in making the postseason conference tournament. Let's take a look at those conference standings heading into today and some recent scores from in the conference. Doane, Morningside, and Concordia all tied at 15-5 atop the conference standings. Of course, yesterday, Concordia was swept by Doane, thence tying the conference standings. Doane swept them 9-2, 6-4, making it a 3-way tie at 15-5. Mount Marty 2 games back and in 4th place at 13-7. Northwestern comes in 5th at 11-9, followed by Midland at 10-10. Then comes Jamestown. A little bit of separation there between the 6th and 7th place Midland and Jamestown gap. Jamestown 7-9. Briarcliff, the last team in right now, at 8-12. Hastings 6-12. Dordt 4-14. Dakota Wesleyan at 2-18. Last night or yesterday afternoon, the scores, we talked about the Jamestown and Dordt doubleheader. They split. Jamestown won game 2, 9-1. Dordt won game number 1, 4-3. And Northwestern and Dakota Wesleyan, they split. Northwestern a 7-1 win. Dakota Wesleyan came back with a 7-3 win. Briarcliff and Hastings, it was Briarcliff sweeping the Broncos 8-0 and 2-0, a pair of shutouts. And then finally, we talked about it as well, Doane beating Concordia in a doubleheader 6-4 and 9-2. Around the GPAC today, this is the only conference doubleheader. Grandview is at Briarcliff. Northwestern at South Dakota State. Dakota Wesleyan at Dakota State. Bellevue, ranked 5th, is at Morningside. And that is your around the GPAC look. Jamestown coming in with that 7-9 record under longtime head coach Tom Hager. Hager, I believe, is the dean of GPAC baseball coaches, longest tenured coach in the conference. 24th season. He started back in 2000. He is a Jamestown alum. During his time at Jamestown, 771 and 351 and 3 is his all-time record. A 5-time conference coach of the year. Some of that is in the GPAC. Some of that is part of the North Star Athletic Conference, which Jamestown was part of. He has led Jamestown to 10 regular season titles, 7 postseason championships. His 2016 team set the school record 52 wins, and twice under his direction. This is a Jamestown program that has qualified for the NAI World Series back in 2004 and as recent as 2008. Their home stadium, Jack Brown Stadium. And your fun fact for Jamestown is they have yet to play an actual home game up in Jamestown because of the weather. Granted, they are the home team on the scoreboard once again today. But, yeah, they have not played up in Jamestown because of this wonderful winter that we are all enjoying so much. Last year, the Jimmies had a good season, 15-12, fourth place in the conference, 29-23 overall. Had a nice postseason run in the conference tournament. They went 3-1. They were the winner of the Doan bracket, advanced to the GPAC championship game where they lost to Concordia 7-6 in 10 innings. And that wrapped up their season under head coach Tom Hager. Returning for Jamestown, they have 3 all-conference players returning in their normal lineup. And they returned 3 starters, along with 10 players in their everyday lineup. They're led by Tristan Madison. He was a second-team all-conference player last year. He's hitting .354 this season. Alexander Orahudos was an all-conference player. He's hitting .324, a couple of home runs, 25 RBIs. Isaiah Roebuck also is a returning all-conference player and has played limited time this season. Jamestown, their leader, Jordan Singleton, you heard his name quite often yesterday. I believe in one of the games he had 3 hits. He was a tough out for the Defender pitchers in both games yesterday. Singleton ranks 5th in the conference, hitting .393, 19 runs scored, 5 home runs, 25 RBIs. Hayden Brown, he was actually the losing pitcher in Game 1. He also serves as their closer, but he plays the field. Pretty good hitter, hitting .330. He's got good power numbers, 6 home runs, 23 RBIs. Their pitching staff, that's the strength of this team, at least on paper. They returned 3 of their top 4 pitchers in terms of wins, innings, and strikeouts from last year, including 3 all-conference players. Payson Mills is one of those returning starters, an all-conference player. He was the winning pitcher last night in Game 1. He pitched 89 pitches, gave up just 1 run, and earned the win. Trey Howe, also a returning all-conference player. He's 1-3 and a 12.74 ERA, but is 1-1 in his last 2 starts. Luke Zimmer, who pitched Game 1 yesterday, is having an outstanding year. He's 6-1 with a 3.81 ERA. 3 of those 6 wins, however, came in the opening half of the season when he came out of the bullpen. But he picked up 3 wins, and now he's turned into a starter, leads the pitching staff with 52 innings pitched. Hayden Brown returns as the closer. He's an all-conference player. He has 4 saves, 5th best in the conference, despite blowing the save yesterday in losing Game 1. That is a little bit about this Jamestown team and baseball program. Let's switch gears. Let's tell you about Dordt and the Defenders under head coach Nathan Bacon. Bacon in his 4th season. His first season was the COVID year. Not much, about a half a season, maybe a third of the season, I should say. They went 1-3, 4-14 in 2020. That was his first season. And then in 2021, 9-19 in the conference. Last year, 8-20 in the conference, 12-32 overall. This year, the Defenders right now 4-14 in the league, 16-20 overall. They are 2-8 in their last 10 games, splitting doubleheaders against Morningside and Jamestown, however, in their last 4. And this is a Dordt team led by Nolan Christensen, a returning starter, hitting .326. He's got a current 6-game hitting streak coming into this afternoon's Game 1. Jason Carrig, an outstanding freshman, hitting .317 and is playing a great defensive shortstop for the Defenders. Dylan Stanler returns. He's hitting .310. Logan DeVries, a returner, hitting .302. 4 Defender batters hitting above that .300 mark. Pitching-wise, they returned 3 of their top 4 starting pitchers from a year ago, led, of course, by Jungju Kim. He was the winning pitcher in Game 1, another complete game for Kim. He's 6-2 with an ERA of 5.51, 91 strikeouts, 26 walks. Nick Yeager is the other ace, the number 2. He's 4-5 with an ERA of 4.30. He was the losing pitcher in Game 2 and is second on the team in 52 1/3 innings. Diego Benitez, another returning starting pitcher. Chaz Gothard has made the switch from the bullpen to a starter and will get the start here in Game 1. We're going to pause for the national anthem and we'll introduce the starting lineups. You are watching Defender Baseball on the Dordt Media Network.
Hello fans of Defender Sports, hope you're enjoying the game whether you're a friend or family member of a player or coach or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice and it shows. But going into each and every game, there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has, and that's a game plan. If these players and coaches are willing to put this much time into planning for a game, how much more important is putting together a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, but if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, we've been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things more important than finances, while being good stewards of the resources God has entrusted to their care. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media. Check out our podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or your favorite podcast app, or schedule a complimentary meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. Enjoy the rest of the game and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money.
You are watching the Dordt Media Network, a broadcast production produced by the students of Dordt University. Thank you for watching.
And we are back at Open Space Park, site of this Defender baseball doubleheader. Dordt playing host to Jamestown, but the home team is switched. Jamestown is the home team. Dordt will be the visiting team in games 3 and 4 of this 4-game set. Yesterday, the teams split. Dordt winning game 1, Jamestown coming back to win game 2. Let's introduce the starting lineup, first of all, for Jamestown, under the Dean of GPAC baseball coaches, Tom Hager. He's been there a while. Hager, talked about it in the pregame, 24th season. He's got nearly 800 wins to his credit in his time at Jamestown. Let's introduce the starters for the Jimmies. Your outfield from left to right, Ben Patton is in left, Chase Perkins center, Hayden Brown is the starting right fielder. Your infield from third to first, it's Troy Berg, Kendall Yackley, Alexander Orahudos, and Alex Tolbert. Behind the plate, Tristan Madison, and getting the start in game 1, freshman right-hander Elias Harris. He is from Moorhead, Minnesota. And Harris, give you his numbers on the season. Elias Harris, 0-2. This is his 5th start and 7th appearance. ERA of 6.52, 19 innings pitched. He has 16 strikeouts and 8 walks. Teams hitting .317 against the freshman right-hander, and most recently he was the losing pitcher in the 4th and final game of a 4-game set against Doane. He went 3 2/3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 5 runs in picking up the loss against Doane. Defensively, Jamestown, they rank 6th in the conference with a team ERA of 6.01. They're giving up close to 7 runs and close to 10 hits per game. Teams hitting .304 against this Jamestown pitching staff. Dordt, offensively, here is Coach Bacon's lineup. Logan Harris will lead things off, followed by Nolan Christensen, Ethan Hogestegger. Juan Sanchez will be today's cleanup hitter in Game 1. Logan DeVries, Jason Carrick, Drew Oreskes will be the DH. Anthony Rodriguez will hit 8th and batting 9th. Caden Davis missing from the lineup is Dylan Stanley, who, if you were listening yesterday, was hit by a pitch. Was it Game 1 or Game 2? Game 1. And it was late in that game. He actually, that it was him that kind of started the rally because his run came around to score and the defenders rallied, but he is not in the lineup here. He's usually the starting DH, but will not get the start. First pitch to Logan Harris is a strike, 0-1 to Harris. Center fielder and the team's leadoff batter, and another pitch by Harris is strike. It's Harris against Harris here. Elias Harris against the defender center fielder Logan Harris. Another off-speed pitch, and he takes it low for a ball. Logan Harris, 266 batting average, a home run, 14 RBIs, good base runner, 8 out of 11 in stolen bases, and he swings at the outside. Fastball comes up empty, throw down. Strikeout plus the 2-3 put out. There's one away as Harris strikes out on 4 pitches. One down, that'll bring up Nolan Christensen. Christensen, junior from Omaha, Nebraska, he leads the team with a .326 batting average. No home runs, 10 RBIs, 12 runs scored. Currently has a 6-game hitting streak. That is a team leading coming into today. So Christensen, who's hit safely in his last 6 games, takes high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Christensen. Bases empty with 1 away, just underway in game 1 of this doubleheader. Evens the count at 1-1. Harris delivers. Breaking ball, and Christensen swings through it. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the starting right fielder for the Defenders. Defenders hitting .283 as a team, scoring 5.5 runs per contest. Another breaking ball is down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Christensen. Middle of the road in terms of home runs hit. And the 2-2. Line drive caught by the second baseman, Ora Hudos, and there's 2 down. Caught it off the end of the bat, and he lines out to the second baseman, and there's 2 down with the bases empty. That'll bring up the third baseman, Ethan Hogesteger. Hogesteger, freshman from Nakusa, Wisconsin. Give you his numbers after this first pitch. Letter high fastball taken for a strike. 0-1 to Hogesteger. Hitting .311, a home run, 16 RBIs. Off speed, swings through it, 0-2. Boy, I like the pace that Elias Harris is pitching at. He gets it and chucks it. Not a lot of wasted time. Here's the 0-2. Misses down and away. He is a guy that takes the pitch clock seriously. Speed this game up. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 down and the base is empty. Swing and a miss. And gets away from the catcher, and another 2-3 put out, a 1-2-3 inning for Elias Harris and Jamestown. The Defenders will come to bat in the bottom of the first inning. We'll have it for you on the Dordt Media Network after this short timeout.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
A 1-2-3 for the Defenders in the top of the first inning. They will take the field. Jamestown coming to bat for the first time. Defensively for Coach Nathan Bacon, Anthony Rodriguez is in left. Logan Harrison center. Nolan Christensen is in right. Your infield from third to first. Ethan Hogesteger, Jason Carrig, Logan DeVries, Caden Davis. Juan Sanchez gets the start behind the plate. And Chaz Gothard, junior left-hander, gets the start here in Game 1. Gothard from Social Circle, Georgia. And Gothard has been a bullpen arm, but of late has moved into the starting rotation. Gothard 2-2, making his third start, 14th appearance of the season. With that 2-2 record, he's got an ERA of 8.79. Does have 2 saves on the season. 28 2/3 innings, 13 walks, 31 strikeouts. Team's hitting .303 against the junior left-hander. His task is to shut down a Jamestown lineup that is 5th in the conference, hitting .294, averaging 6.5 runs and 9 hits per game. And at the top of the order will be Kendall Yackley. It'll be Yackley followed by Orahudos, Madison, Jordan Singleton, the cleanup hitter. He's the top hitter for the Jamestown Jimmies. Hayden Brown, Alex Tolbert, Ben Patton, Chase Burke, and Troy Berg rounds out the batting order for Jamestown. Leading off will be Kendall Yackley. Yackley, one of the returning starters, senior from Linwood, Washington. Yackley hitting .330, 4 home runs, 29 RBIs. And a strike called up at the letters. 0-1 the count to Yackley. My first impression is this home plate umpire has a pretty big zone. Should favor the pitchers. And off speed and a beauty, and it's 0-2 to Yackley. Good off-speed pitch. Looked like a straight change from Gothard, but I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last. 0-2 the count. Gothard's got some pitches to play with here, and a strike 3 called. Nice pitch by Gothard. 3 pitches, and Yackley is retired. 1 away, and the base is empty. That'll bring up Xander Orahudos, another returning starter. He was an all-conference player last year, hitting .324, a couple home runs, 25 RBIs. Orahudos with 9 games this season with multiple hits in that game. Takes down low for a ball. 1-0 the count to Orahudos. And the 1-0 from Gothard. Up at the letters, that's taken for a strike. That's the pitch that right now I'm kind of surprised is a strike, but they've been calling it consistently for both pitchers. Looks a little high, my initial reaction. 1-1 the count. And there's a line drive base hit, first hit of the game. A 1-out single for Xander Orahudos, and he is at first base with 1 out. That'll bring up Tristan Madison.
Number 8, Tristan Madison.
Madison, a sophomore from Post Falls, Idaho. Second team all-conference player last year. Returning starter, hitting .354, 2 home runs, 20 RBIs on the season. Orahudos on the base pass. He's 4 out of 4 in stolen bases, and he will get his lead against the left-hander Gothard. Just having a lefty on the mound somewhat neutralizes the running game for opposing teams. And a throw over to first. Safely back is Orahudos. Got a good combination, speed on the base pass, and Madison, a guy who can handle the bat, obviously, looking at the numbers. First pitch, down and in. 1 ball, no strikes to Madison. Want to know the count. 1 out, bottom of the first inning with a runner at first. Orahudos, here's the pitch from Gothard. Fouled off. Evens the count at 1-1. Gonna play 2 today. Game 2, around 3:30 or thereabouts. 20 to 30 minutes after the conclusion of Game 1 is how we will say that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gothard takes a look at the runner. And a line drive through the hole on the left side. Rounding second, taking a look, but he will be held up. Orahudos will advance up 90 feet to second. Madison with a single, back-to-back singles. 2 on and 1 out. And here comes Jordan Singleton, the leading hitter for Jamestown. Singleton, sophomore from East Wenatchee, Washington. Big left-handed batter, stands 6'4", 230. Transfer from Shoreline Community College. He's a newcomer to this Jamestown team. 5th in the conference, hitting .393. 5 home runs, 25 RBIs. And the pitch from Gothard. Lefty against lefty and a good breaking ball. 0-1 the count to Singleton. Hayden Brown on deck for the Jimmies. 0-1 the count. Gothard in a little bit of trouble here in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch. Off speed. Singleton out in front of it. And it's 0-2 the count to Jordan Singleton. Gothard's got some pitches to play with here. You got to be careful. Singleton can handle the bat. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. And that's a big out for Gothard and this defender team. There's 2 down. Already the second strikeout for Chaz Gothard. 2 down with 2 on. Hayden Brown will be the batter. Starting right fielder, Brown, junior from Buckeye, Arizona. Another left-handed batter, Brown, hitting .330. Team high 6 home runs, 23 RBIs. And the first pitch, breaking ball and a beauty. Pulled the string and a beauty. 0-1 the count to Brown. If he should reach, it'll be Alex Tolbert coming to bat. 0-1 the count with 2 down. Runners at first and second. The pitch. Ground ball, that's going to get through and will lead to a run. Throw over to third, not in time. And Jamestown on an RBI single by Hayden Brown takes a 1-0 lead. He didn't hit it sharply, but hit it right in the perfect spot. Carrig was playing him to go up the middle, playing to pull. But Brown went opposite field, a single, scoring Orejudos, 1-0 Jamestown. That is the third hit of the inning. Alex Tolbert will be the batter with runners at the corners and 2 down. Tolbert, sophomore from Santa Clara, California, another transfer from Cabrillo College. Give you his numbers here in a moment. First and third, 2 down. Gothard will look both base runners back and a swing and a miss at a fastball. Tolbert comes up empty. 0-1 the count to Tolbert, hitting .280. 5 home runs, 13 RBIs for Tolbert. And the 0-1. The pitch. Big breaking ball, misses high. And it's 1-1 the count. Keep an eye on the base runners. A lot of activity. Brown at first, Madison at third. Snap throw at first, safely back is Brown. Hayden Brown, 3 stolen bases on the season. Coach Hager could put a first and third, 2-out running play on. Those are always fun to watch. And a full swing bunt there. Throw down to first is in time. 2-3 is highest score that. And that ends the Jamestown threat. They score a run on 3 hits, leave 2 men stranded at the end of 1. Jamestown 1, Dordt nothing. Well, I'll come back with the second inning after this timeout. You're watching Defender Baseball, Dordt Media Network. Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. We head to the top of the second inning. Jamestown with a 1-0 lead over Dordt in Game 1 of this conference doubleheader. Games 3 and 4 of a 4-game set. First 2 played yesterday. Today, sun is shining. Wind a little active, blowing out to right center field, I should say. Temperatures hovering around, 60, 65 degrees. Pretty nice day, all things considered, in a spring like this. Due up for the defenders, they're 4, 5, 6 hitters. Juan Sanchez, Logan DeVries, Jason Carrig, and if anyone should reach, it'll be the designated hitter, Drew Oreskes. Leading off is Sanchez, the transfer from Corpus Christi, Texas, a graduate transfer, starting catcher. First pitch is low, ball 1, 1-0 the count to Sanchez. Elias Harris, the Jamestown pitcher, sent the defenders down in order in the top of the first inning, recorded a couple of strikeouts. Here's the 1-1, and another pitch for a strike. Harris pounding the strike zone. And he gets the ball quickly, fires off speed, swing and a miss there, and the catcher will come away with it, throw it down to first in time, and there's one out. Third strikeout already for Elias Harris. One away with nobody on base. Logan DeVries will be the batter for the Defenders. DeVries, senior from Pine Bush, New York. Starting second baseman, hitting .302. He is the fourth Defender starter with a batting average above 300. 3 home runs, 21 RBIs for Logan DeVries. First pitch to DeVries from Harris. Breaking ball and a beauty. It's 0-1, the count to DeVries. He has changed speeds spot on with his location. Very impressed so far with the job Elias Harris, the Jamestown pitcher, has done. Another breaking ball, and DeVries fouls that off. He waited for it. 0-2 the count, but now Harris ahead in the count 0-2. I've said it before, he got some pitches to work with here. He can throw something out of the zone, see if he can get DeVries chasing. And he does there, a high fastball. DeVries stays disciplined, does not go after it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to DeVries with Jason Carrig on deck. And the 1-2. Off speed. Ground ball to third. Up with it is Berg. Long throw across the diamond to Tolbert for out number 2. A 5-3 ground out. 5 straight sent down by Harris to start this game. That'll bring up Jason Carrig. Outstanding freshman for Coach Nathan Bacon and the Defenders. Freshman from Irvine, California. Having a heck of a year. .317 average. 2 home runs, 15 RBIs, 23 runs scored. Also a very good shortstop defensively. Left-handed batter, and he pops one foul. And the third baseman, Troy Berg, is going to give it a chase, but it's out of play. It's 0-1 to Carrig. Drew Oreskes to hit next if Carrig can find a way to extend the inning. And again, the Defenders find themselves down 1-0. Jamestown will run across on the bottom of the first inning on 3 singles. Swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2 to Carrig. 0-2 the count to Jason Carrig. Harris ready to fire. Carrig will step out, steps back in. Here comes the pitch. Just missed outside. Looking at my trusty statistician to my right, and I think he thought it was close, but the right call. 1-2 the count. Another one that's off the plate and low. 2-2 to Jason Carrig. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down, and the base is empty in the top of the second inning. And the 2-2. Slow comebacker, and the pitcher Harris will underhand throw to first in time, and another 1-2-3 inning pitched by Elias Harris. Defenders go down in order at the end of an inning and a half. It is Jamestown 1, Dordt nothing. Be back with more Defender Baseball on the Dordt Media Network in a moment.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University and sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy. And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Family, farm, business, community. People's Bank, where values matter.
We return to action at Open Space Park, site of this conference doubleheader between Dordt and Jamestown. Jamestown in front of the Defenders 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Due up for the Jimmies, 7-8-9, Ben Patton, Chase Burke, and Troy Berg, followed by the top of the order with Kendall Yackley. 1-0 is the score. Jamestown with 3 singles in the bottom of the first inning led to a run. RBI single from Hayden Brown scored Xander Orahudos from second base with 2 outs. 1-0 is the score. Patton will be the first batter, freshman from Bismarck, North Dakota, local product for Jamestown. Patton in limited plate appearances, hitting .278, 10 out of 36 on the season. Yesterday, came up with a couple of hits in the nightcap in game number 2, I believe. He got the start in both games, but in game 2, he was especially effective for Jamestown. Fouls the first pitch off, 0-1 to Patton. Chaz Gothard, the starter for the defenders, delivers. Another pitch called a strike. 0-2 the count to the left fielder, Ben Patton. Gothard delivers. Fly ball. Well hit. Right field. Giving chase is Christensen. That's going to one-up the fence. Patton's going to have extra bases. He's going to try for third, and I believe he's going to make it. Slides into third. Safe is the call, and Patton with a leadoff triple. Jamestown threatening here in the bottom of the second inning. Patton, that is his 4th extra base hit of the season. His first triple to go 3 doubles. Patton at third with nobody out. Patton went 3 for 4 in game 2 yesterday. And now a conference between the third base coach, I believe that is head coach Tom Hager, and his batter Chase Burke, the center fielder. Nobody out. Leadoff triple by Ben Patton to right center field. So Burke will be the batter for the Jimmies. Sophomore from Minot, North Dakota. Burke, .269, runs well. 2 sacrifices on the season, just in case if you want to do a safety squeeze or something. Here's the first pitch. That is a line drive base hit that's going to get the run in. Jamestown with a 2-0 lead. Burke rounds first, and he will have a stand-up double, back-to-back extra base hits for the Jimmies as they open up a 2-0 lead. Scoring is Patton from second, who did the smart thing. Anything hit in the air at third base, you should go back to the bag to tag. He did, but he scores easily. Just a little baseball 101 right there. I played the game. I think I know what I'm doing a little bit. Not saying I was any good, but I understood. Troy Berg is the batter, the number 9 hitter, starting third baseman. Berg, freshman from Dickinson, North Dakota. Coming up with nobody out and a runner at second. Off-speed pitch and a beauty. 0-1 the count to Berg. Top of the order to follow. Berg, the batter, hitting 182. 6 out of 33 in limited plate appearances. Gothard looks the runner back, delivers, and there's a line drive knocked down by Carrig, and he is going to eat it. He will not throw over. There will be runners at the corners with nobody out. What is my wise statistician going to say on that one? Okay, we're going to give that an error. Runners at first and third, nobody out in the top of the order. Kendall Yackley will be the batter. Yackley was a strikeout victim in his first at-bat, 0 for 1 on the day. Jamestown threatening for more already. It's 2-0. 5 hits off of Gothard through 1+ innings. Off speed, in there for a strike. 0-1 to the leadoff hitter, Kendall Yackley. Berg, the runner at first. 4 stolen bases, has not been caught stealing all season long. Jamestown as a team is third in the conference with 57 stolen bases. Just in case you were wondering, and my wise statistician was wondering that, I could tell. 0-2 the count. Runner at third is Burke. Runner at first is Berg. Burke and Berg on the base pass with nobody out. Orahudos on deck for Jamestown. Here's the 0-2. Runner goes. Pitches inside. Throw down into center field. Got to give an error to somebody, and the run will score from third. And advancing all the way from first to third is Berg. It's 3-0 Jamestown. So it's a stolen base for Berg, and then both runners advance on the error. Second error of the inning for the defenders. Runner at third. At least not yet. We'll see how it plays out. 0-2 the count. Now it should be 1-2 the count. Off speed, misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, they're going to call that a strike 3. Well, that's good news for the defenders. Third strikeout for Gothard. Second time he's got Yackley to go. Down looking. 1 down and a runner at third. And the batter's going to be Orahudos. Orahudos 1 for 1 and a run scored. Runner at third with 1 down. 3-0 is the score. Off speed off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes to the second baseman, Xander Orahudos. Gothard gets the sign from his catcher, Sanchez. Fastball misses high and away. And it's 2-0 the count to Orahudos. Softball will be in action today across the way over in Orange City, taking on 13th ranked Northwestern. 5 and 7 p.m. start times over in Orange City. Follow those on the links on our website, the Northwestern College live stream. The great Bradley Lackman will be on the call, I suspect. 3-0 the count to Orahudos. See if Orahudos is going to be taking on a 3-0. And he's going to swing away. 1 hopper to the third. Hogestager goes home with it on 1 hops the throw. Good play by Sanchez to come up with the baseball and apply the tag, and there's 2 down. So Berg thrown out at home, 5-2 on the fielder's choice hit by Orahudos. And there's 2 down for Tristan Madison, who singled. He's 1 for 1 back in the first inning. A lot went right there for the defenders. Hogestager made the play on the 1 hop. And Sanchez on the short hop throw came up with it. Runner takes off and not even a throw down, and stolen base for Orahudos. That is his 5th stolen base in as many chances. 0-1 the count to Madison. The runner moves into scoring position. Big lead for Orahudos. He might do it again. This one is low. 1-1 the count to Tristan Madison. 2 runs across in the second. It's 3-0 total here. Jamestown with the lead in the bottom of the second inning. Gothard looks the runner. Here's the pitch up high. 2-1 the count to Tristan Madison, the starting catcher for Jamestown. Lost my train of thought with softball. Northwestern ranked 13th. They're unbeaten in the conference at 12-0. 37-2 under head coach Shane Bauman. What a season they're having. Dordt, not too shabby either. They're off to their best start under head coach Jeff Zomer. 27-7, 8-2 in league play. Hot shot to third. Hogestager knocks it down. Long throw and a great play by Hogestager and a great stretch by the defender first baseman Caden Davis to make the play and limit Jamestown to just 2 runs. 5-3 is how you score that at home. There's 3 down here in the second inning after 2. Jamestown 3, Dordt nothing. We'll have the top of the third after a short timeout. You're watching Defender Baseball, Dordt Media Network.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
And brought to you by Furniture Mart. Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, window treatments at your local Furniture Mart, family owned and located downtown Sioux Center.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
due up for the defenders, top of the third inning. 7-8-9 hitters, Drew Oreskes, the designated hitter, followed by Anthony Rodriguez, then Caden Davis, top of the order to follow if Dordt can get a runner on base. 6 up, 6 down for Jamestown starting pitcher Elias Harris, who's been very impressive early going. Oreskes, a freshman from Kansas City, Missouri, another left-handed batter for the defenders, and Coach Nathan Bacon. 1 ball, 1 strike to Oreskes. Oreskes hitting .281. Modest 2-game hit streak coming into today. Is 4 games with extra base, 4 games with multiple hits, I should say. 2 balls and a strike to Oreskes. Here's the pitch from Harris. Popped up and out of play. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So looking forward to the softball showdown tonight between Dordt and Northwestern over in Orange City. 5 o'clock is the first pitch of Game 1, followed by a 7 p.m. start for Game 2. A couple of teams who have had nice seasons in softball. Dordt off to an 8-2 start, 27-7 already on this season, approaching 30 wins under head coach Jeff Zomer. 3-2 pitch, slow roller down the third base side. It's going to be a tough play, and Oreskes is going to beat it out, and an infield single. First hit for the defenders. That ends a streak of 6 straight sent down by Elias Harris, the Jamestown pitcher. So Oreskes beats it out with an infield single, runner at first and nobody out. That'll bring up Anthony Rodriguez for the defenders. Rodriguez steps to the plate. Going to make Harris work from the stretch for the first time, and an off-speed delivery. In there for a strike. 0-1 to Rodriguez, hitting .267, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs for the junior from Bonn, Germany. 0-1 the count. Oreskes gets a short lead at first. Fastball high. Oh, they're going to call that a strike. Okay. 0-2 the count. 0-2 the count. Harris working ahead once again. He's only had 1 3-ball count. Now it's to the last hitter. Here's the 0-2. Down and away. Stopped by Tristan Madison. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rodriguez. Yesterday, both golf teams were in action. We'll talk about that when time is available. Here's the 1-2 from Harris. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. Fastball had some good pop on it from Harris. That is his 4th strikeout, and there's 1 away in the top of the 3rd inning. That'll bring up Caden Davis. Davis, the batter for the defenders, in the number 9 spot. Davis, a sophomore from State Center, Iowa. Davis with a little bit of power, 5 home runs, 18 RBIs to go with a .244 batting average, returning letter winner for Coach Nathan Bacon. Runner at first as Oreskes reached on an infield single. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count to Davis. Top of the order with Logan Harris on deck. 3-0 is the score. Jamestown in front. Top of the 3rd inning. And the 0-1 from Harris. Must have been off the plate. 1-1 the count to Davis. Pretty good pitch. Good discipline by Caden Davis to not offer at it. And the 1-1. Same spot. That one's called a strike. Okay, it wasn't the same spot because it was a strike. 1-2 the count. Both times Davis checked his swing. 1-2 the count. Harris takes a quick glance at first, delivers the 1-2. That's fisted toward the 3rd baseman. He'll throw it over to second for 1. He'll get the lead on the fielder's choice, hit by Caden Davis. There's 2 down as Oreskes forced out, 5-4. Davis at first with 2 down, and Logan Harris will be the batter. He struck out his first time up. Leadoff hitter for the defenders. Harris 0 for 1 on the day, coming in with a .266 batting average. Harris, freshman from Harrington Park, Australia. First pitch is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Davis at first. 0 for 1 in stolen base attempts on the season. The pitch. Chopper foul. Down the third base side. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Harris in the stretch. Takes a look at the base runner over his first base. Alex Tolbert, his first baseman. Short lead from Caden Davis. The pitch, swing and a miss, set a fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Logan Harris. Elias Harris, the Jamestown pitcher, with 4 strikeouts already. 1 time through the lineup. 1-2 the count. He's done a nice job working ahead of the hitters. Here's the 1-2. Off speeds, fouled. Third base side. As Harris hangs in this at bat. Hangs in this at bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the third inning. 2 down, runner at first. And the 1-2. Misses low. Madison keeps it in front. Prevents the runner from moving up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nolan Christensen on deck for the defenders. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down. And Elias Harris delivers. Misses high and tight. And the count is full, 3-2 to Logan Harris. Second 3-ball count from Harris. Elias Harris, the pitcher, facing Logan Harris, the batter. Runner takes off. Ball well hit. Left field. Could be, might be, and is a 2-run home run by Logan Harris. That is his second home run of the season. RBI 15 and 16. Touch them all, Logan Harris. You just went yard. And a 2-run home run. Just like that, the defenders within 1, 3-2. Scoring on the play is Caden Davis. Bases are empty with 2 down. Nolan Christensen will be the batter. Boy, he hit that hard. That did not take long to leave the old ballpark. Up in the old pine trees, halfway up. That was a no-doubter, so to speak. First pitch to Christensen is taken for a strike. 0-1 the count. Christensen lined out to second base in his first time up. Next pitch is popped up. And it's going to be blown back into the field of play. Tolbert unable to come up with it. It's going to make the count 0-2. For Harris, that is his 4th home run given up this season. 19 1/3 innings for the freshman. Here's the 0-2. Off speed. And Christensen stays in the at-bat, fouls it off. Count remains 0-2 to Christensen. Hogestegger on deck for the defenders. Just like that, the defenders right back in this. Trailing 3-0, but a big 2-out home run. 2-out, 2-run home run by Logan Harris. High fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Christensen. Harris from the windup. Here's the 1-2. Popped up right side. Coming in is Brown. He's not going to be able to make the play. And a 2-out single for Christensen. That is the 3rd hit of the inning. First hit for Christensen, a bloop single to right field. It's a hit in the scorebook. Ethan Hogestegger will be the batter with 2 down and a runner at first. Hogestegger 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Nice 2-out rally here for the defenders. Tying run at first base with 2 down. Hogestegger the batter. First pitch is low. Hogestegger, 1 home run, 16 RBIs. Last week against Morningside, he had a grand slam in Game 1 against the Mustangs. And the 1-0. Off speed, in there for a strike. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Christensen, 7 out of 12 in stolen bases, second most on the team, only to Harris, who has 8 stolen bases. So keep an eye on Christensen. Good speed on the bases there. Gets his lead. Another breaking ball and a beauty. Hogesteiger down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The catcher, Juan Sanchez, on deck. And the pitch from Harris. The runner takes off, doesn't matter. Strike 3 called on an off-speed pitch, and the inning is over. However, the defenders score 2 runs on 3 hits. The big blow, a 2-out, 2-run home run by Logan Harris. At the end of 2.5, it is Jamestown 3, Dordt 2. Be back with more Defender Baseball on the Dordt Media Network in a moment.
We're in a town that's very progressive. We're grateful for that. We have a lot of entrepreneurial spirits in town here.
Well, the one thing you get from Sioux Center that you don't see in larger cities is that small town support. If you bring a business to Sioux Center, everyone wants to know your name. What's your background? Where are you from? What brought you here? Why are you coming to Sioux Center? And they want to support you for that. People spend locally. They want to be loyal and they want to help out other loyal customers. It's a place that is for young professionals.
We opened our practice about 2.5 years ago. My wife and I moved here from South Dakota to be a part of the Sioux Center community, and we've grown here since then.
I love Sioux Center because of the connections you have here. People want to see you succeed. People are here to encourage you. It's always growing. I mean, it's a safe spot.
Bottom of the 3rd inning we go. It's a 1-run ball game. Jamestown with a 3-2 lead over Dordt University in Game 1 of this GPAC doubleheader. Due up for the Jimmies. There are 4, 5, 6 spots in the order. It'll be Singleton, Brown, Tolbert, if anyone should reach. It will be Patton. Jordan Singleton, the designated hitter in Game 1, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. His second at-bat against starting pitcher Chaz Gothard. Popped it up left side. Hogesteiger retreats in foul territory and makes a nice over-the-shoulder grab for out number 1. That's a big out. Anytime you get Singleton out, it's a good thing. And there's 1 away. Hayden Brown will be the batter. He delivered a 2-out RBI single his first time up. Scored the first run for Jamestown. 1 down and the base is empty. Brown takes a strike. 0-1 the count to Hayden Brown. During this half inning, we'll try to talk a little bit about men's golf and how they did yesterday. 0-2 as Brown swings and fouls the pitch off. So they competed at the Red Raider Invite over in Orange City at Landsmere Golf Club. And the lead story, Freddie Bullock, senior from Sioux Center, school record 64, 7 under par. Have you ever been under par, listeners? I have not ever shot under par. Even yes, under no. What a great job by Freddie Bullock. A 64, 8 birdies, 6 on the back 9, and line drive back up the middle for Hayden Brown, who is now 2 for 2 on the day. Sharply hit ball right back up the middle, and it's kind of a good thing that Gothard ducked because that was coming right back at him. So Brown at first with 1 out. Alex Tolbert will be the batter. Tolbert grounded to the catcher his first time up. He's 0 for 1. 3-2 is the score. Gothard now will work from the stretch. Takes a look at the base runner at first. Delivers. Swing and a miss. Big cut by Tolbert. Comes up empty, thankfully. And it's 0-1. So Bullock led the defenders with that 64. They played 36 holes yesterday, and this was in the second round, the second 18. Folks, I'm done after 18 holes mentally, and physically, but more mentally than anything else. But, yeah, what a great job by Freddie Bullock, setting the school record, old record, was held by Jared Rempel, shot a 67 back in 2009 at the same course at Landsmeer over in Orange City in the spring of that year. So congratulations to Freddie Bullock on breaking the school record yesterday. Here's the 0-1 from Gothard. In the dirt low. Sanchez keeps it in front, prevents Brown from advancing. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tolbert. As a team, Dordt finished 7th out of 13 teams. They closed with a 285, which is just 1 over as a team in that final 18. Next pitch low as well. That's the 3rd lowest score in program history. Caleb Doctor was next, tied for 31st, 75-73. Dutch Farr had a 149. Colin Klooster, Colin Cruz round out the first team scores. Off speed, well hit. Get foul, please. And it is going to be foul. Little out in front of it, Tolbert. It is just a long strike. Tolbert with 5 home runs, nearly had his 6th there, but thankfully he was a little out in front of the off-speed pitch. 1 out, runner at first. Here's the 2-2. Fouled it off again. Gothard, pretty efficient. That's just his 39th pitch unofficially. He has been around the zone, has not given up a walk, has 3 strikeouts to his credit. Next pitch is low, 3-2. This might be the first 3-ball count as well that Gothard has gone to. Runner at first is Brown. Payoff pitch coming to Tolbert. Here's the 3-2. Runner takes off. Pitch is outside. And the first walk issued by Gothard. What do they say about that? The old announcer's curse. First and second. 2 runners on with 1 out. Ben Patton will be the batter. He tripled and scored last inning. He's 1 for 1. He's swinging a hot bat. He's got 4 hits in his last 2 games against defender pitching. Had 3 in the nightcap yesterday. A triple to start things off today. Runners at first and second. Brown at second. Tolbert at first with 1 out. And the pitch from Gothard. Misses high with a breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Patton. No activity yet in the defender bullpen. Jungju Kim pitched a complete game yesterday. Yeager went 5 1/3 or thereabouts. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to Patton. But defender's pitching staff should be in reasonably good shape. Yeager 4 2/3 innings. Price went 1/3 of an inning. Neugebauer went 1 inning yesterday. Swing and a miss there. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Patton. So you have options in the bullpen. Of course, you want Gothard to go as far as he can. His pitch count is in a good spot. And the 1-2. Popped it up into the infield. Make the play. That's going to be in there for a hit, but infield fly. And so the batter will be out. I would give it to the put out to the shortstop. P6. Got to give it to the closest infielder. So there's 2 down. Runners do not advance. They're still at first and second with 2 down. P6. The batter. Yep, and then everybody else just P. Yeah, pop up. Sorry. 2 down, runners at first and second for Chase Burke. Burke doubled and had an RBI his first time up. The 1-0, taken for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Chase Burke with 2 down, runners at first and second. Defenders trying to keep it a 1-run game here. And the pitch. Checked his swing. Did not offer. 2 balls and a strike to Chase Burke. Troy Berg on deck in the number 9 spot. This would be a good batter to get. Start off the next inning facing number 9 if you can. Checks his swing and excuse me swing. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Chase Burke. Burke, the starting center fielder, doubled in a run his first time up. Here's a big pitch from Gothard, the 2-2. Off speed, fouled it off again. Gothard has really got the breaking ball working. He's relying heavily on that pitch, but it's been good so far. Still 2-2 to Burke with 2 down. Takes a peek at the runners and the 2-2. Lays off the off-speed pitch. Now the count is full, 3-2 to Burke. So the runners will get a head start here with 2 down and a full count. They'll be in motion. Anything hit to the outfield is going to lead to a run, if not 2. And Gothard will step off. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brown and Tolbert will get started on the bases. And here they go. Pitch. It caught the inside corner, strike 3. Gothard went with a fastball, caught the inside part. That is his 4th strikeout of the game. And he strands 2 Jamestown base runners at first and second. The score remains 3-2 after 3. Dordt will come to bat in the top of the 4th. We'll have it for you on the Dordt Media Network in a moment.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy.
American State Bank is celebrating our 50th anniversary, and we couldn't have made it this far without your support. For us, banking just scratches the surface. We pride ourselves in our commitment to our communities, building meaningful relationships with our customers, and doing our best to have some fun along the way. We're proud to be a locally owned and operated bank, supporting the communities we serve. Thank you for choosing American State Bank. We can't wait to see what the next 50 years have in store.
Having a little music trivia between innings. It's all good. We're learning about Miley Cyrus, ZZ Top, and all that kind of stuff. 3-2 is the score. Jamestown with the lead over Dordt as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Due up for the defenders, the cleanup hitter, Juan Sanchez, to start things off, followed by Logan DeVries, Jason Carrig, and if anyone should reach, it'll be Drew Oreskes. Elias Harris, the starter for Jamestown, still on the bump. He was cruising through 2+ innings, then gave up 3 hits, 2 runs in the top of the 3rd. The big blow, a 2-run home run by Logan Harris with 2 outs. It's 3-2 Jamestown. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sanchez, who struck out his first time up. 0 for 1 on the day for Sanchez. Here's the 1-1. Off the plate, little low, 2-1 the count to Sanchez. Last half inning, we talked about the men's golf team. This one will try to squeeze in some women's golf stories. That one well hit, but foul. Evens the count at 2-2. Women's golf team also in action in their home meet. They played it at the Ridge. They as well golfed 36 holes. Set the stage there. It's kind of a cliffhanger. I'm going to leave you guessing in what I'm going to say. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter in the top of the 4th inning. Sanchez, the cleanup hitter, steps out of the batter's box, now steps back in. And the 2-2. Fastball misses low, and the count is full, 3-2. I do not believe that Harris has given up a walk yet this game. Has 5 strikeouts. The pitch, well hit. Foul again. Sanchez out in front of it. And we'll do it again at 3-2. 56 pitches, 38 strikes. It's a pretty good ratio. Good command. Do it again at 3-2. A Elias Harris ready to go. Sanchez trying to get him off his rhythm a little bit. Here's the 3-2. Another one that's fouled off. Third base side. Still 3-2 to Sanchez. The score is 3-2. Jamestown with the lead. 1 run in the first, 2 in the second. Defenders responded with 2 in the third. Time is called. Jamestown, a member of their coaching staff, is going to make a kind of a surprise visit to the mound here. 3-2. Gives me a moment to tell you the women's golf team in this 36-hole event, they shot a .334 in their second 18 holes of the day. That is their team scoring record. Broke the record by 2 shots. This same group set that record last fall at the GPAC Championship, a .336, then played at the Bluffs. Dordt opened with a .339 yesterday, closed with a .334. That is the for a total of 673. They placed 6th overall. Second through 6th place separated by just 10 strokes in a tight pack. Rachel Bostwick led the way. She finished 9th out of 57 golfers. Shot a 79 over her final 18 holes. That's her second best round of the season. And the pitch comes inside. Sanchez has drawn a leadoff walk. And he will be replaced probably by a courtesy runner, as Sanchez is the catcher. And it's going to be number 7 for the defenders. Coming in to run, Caleb Beard, freshman from Decatur, Alabama, will be running for Sanchez, the catcher. Logan DeVries will be the batter. Grounded out to third his first time up. Tying run on first. Go-ahead run at the plate. With nobody out in the top of the 4th inning, DeVries will be the batter. DeVries 0 for 1. And swings at the first pitch and a chopper to third. Nice play by the Jamestown third baseman. And a nifty 5-4-3 double play initiated by a great play by Berg. A chopper that he had to go high in the air to snag, did so, made a strong throw to Orejudos over to Tolbert. And that takes away a promising start to the 4th inning. 5-4-3 double play. Ball was well hit, and Jamestown had all sorts of time after that to turn it. That's going to bring up Jason Carrig with the bases empty and now 2 down in the 4th. Carrig grounded back to the pitcher his first time up. Coach Nathan Bacon out of the dugout, having a discussion with the umpires here. Now the umpires are going to confer, and I think he was appealing maybe the second baseman pulled his foot possibly, or got a little too anxious to get rid of the baseball, but to no avail. Call will stand on the 5-4-3 double play. 2 down, bases empty for Carrig. Takes a pitch for a strike, 0-1. So yesterday, outstanding performances by both golf teams. Swing and a miss there by Carrig, and it's 0-2. Just a reminder that the Defenders softball team doubleheader today over Norton City against Northwestern. Here's the 0-2. Slow bouncer to third. Another tough play for Berg. Unable to make this one. So Carrig is aboard at first. And an infield hit for Carrig. That is the 4th hit overall for the Defenders. A 2-out single. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Drew Oreskes. Oreskes singled. He had an infield single. The first hit of the game off of the Jamestown freshman right-hander, Elias Harris. So Oreskes 1 for 1. Carrig aboard at first, takes off, and got a great jump, and he will be safe with a stolen base. Carrig, his 3rd stolen base of the season, got a good start. A good lead and a running start. He was halfway there before the pitch was even thrown, so he moves into scoring position. Pitch was a strike, I believe. 0-1 the count to Oreskes. Tying run in scoring position at second with 2 down. Here's the 0-1. Oreskes with a good cut, fouls it off, and it's 0-2. 0-2 the count to Drew Oreskes. Anthony Rodriguez on deck for the defenders, trailing 3-2, top of the 4th inning in game 1. And the 0-2 from Harris. Bouncer up the middle. They're positioned as Yackley over to first in time for out number 3. The defenders leave the tying run on base here in the top of the 4th inning. At the end of 3.5, it is still Jamestown leading by 1. 3-2 is the score. Be back with more Defender Baseball after a short timeout.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
Bottom of the 4th inning we go. Jamestown with a 1-run lead. 3-2 is the score. Through 3 innings, defender starter Chaz Gothard, 6 hits, 3 runs. 2 of them earned, walked 1, 4 strikeouts for the junior left-hander, who comes out to start the 4th inning. He'll have the number 9 and then the top of the order coming up. Troy Berg will be the batter. So Berg will be the batter to lead things off for Jamestown. He's 0 for 1. Reached on a fielder's choice. Stole a base. Fouls the first pitch off, and it's 0-1 to Berg. Yackley to hit next and the top of the order. Big breaking ball. Strike 2 called to Berg. 0-2 the count to the number 9 hitter, the third baseman, who made some good defensive plays in the top of the inning. Line drive right at the defender center fielder, Logan Harris, who did not have to move for that one on a ball well hit by Berg, but Harris makes the play for out number 1. 1 down, bottom of the 4th inning, and Kendall Yackley will be the batter. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. This will be his 3rd at-bat, 3rd time seeing the starting pitcher for the defenders, Chaz Gothard. And Gothard starts Yackley off with a fastball, misses down. 1 ball, no strikes to Kendall Yackley. One ball, no strikes to Yackley. And the pitch. Fly ball, right field line. That's going to be a tough play for the defender right fielder Christensen, who's unable to make it too long of a run. And a single by Yackley down the right field line. He's aboard with 1 out. And Alexander Orahudos will be the batter. Orahudos 1 for 2 with a run scored and a stolen base. Yackley at first with 1 out. Yackley, 8 stolen bases. He's been caught just once. Keep an eye on him. Gothard's going to have to keep him close. And Orahudos shows bunt, pulls back, takes a strike. 1-1 the count. Orahudos, 6 successful sacrifice bunts on the season. And the throw over to first. Sometimes when you do that, when you make throw over, the hitter can sometimes give away what's the play going to be. Watching Orejudos, he did not give it away. He didn't. And the runner should be picked off. Good move by Gothard, and a 1-3-6. Picked off. First base is Kendall Yackley. Now there's 2 down. That's the advantage with having the left-hander on the mound. So base is empty, now 2 down. 0-1 the count to Orejudos. The pitch. Fouled it off. Gothard now 1 strike away from getting out of the 4th inning. Defenders trail 3-2. Bottom of the 4th inning. Again, the Defenders are the visiting team on the scoreboard. And the 0-2 from Gothard. Misses low with a fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Orejudos. Tristan Madison hoping for a chance. He's on deck for the Jimmies. And the 1-2. Chopper. It's going to be a tough play for DeVries. Slow throw, and Davis unable to dig it out. So Orejudos is on base with 2 down. On a bang-bang play. Chopper over the pitcher Gothard's head. DeVries comes on hard, makes the play, and low throw. Davis unable to dig it out, scoop it out. Orejudos at first with 2 down. Tristan Madison 1 for 2, singled and grounded out to third. Gothard throws over. Got to keep an eye on Orejudos. 4 out of 4 in stolen bases on the season. Orejudos getting his lead. And Gothard had him fooled. Orejudos was heading back to the bag when Gothard delivered the pitch. 1 ball, no strikes to Madison. 1-0 the count. And the pitch. Slide step delivery by Gothard, and it's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Madison. One and 1 the count. With 2 down, bottom of the 4th inning. 3-2 is the score. Jamestown with the lead. The pitch. Sharply hit. Carrig has it. He'll take the easy one at second. Throw gets away from the second baseman. And everyone's going to be safe on the error by the Defenders. Runners at first and second. Still 2 down. That is the 4th Defender error. And now Jamestown with a chance. 2 on, 2 out.
Now batting number 24, Ryan Muselar.
And we have a pinch hitter coming up in this spot. Number 24, Ryan Muselar, hitting 176, 6 out of 34 in limited plate appearances. Does have 6 RBIs. He's batting for Jordan Singleton, which I find interesting. But Singleton, the top hitter for Jamestown. Muselar came up in a pinch hit role in Game 2 yesterday. And now Coach Nathan Bacon will visit the mound. He's going to talk to his junior left-hander. 2 on, 2 out. Orejudos at second, Madison at first. Ryan Muselar is the pinch hitter here. Coach Bacon having a discussion with Gothard. Also in the vicinity is the catcher Juan Sanchez. 3-2 is the score, bottom of the 4th inning here in game number 1, game 2 to follow. 20 to 30 minutes after the conclusion of Game 1. Mike Biker will take you on home. He'll have the call in Game 2. Defender softball will be in action tonight on the road. GPAC doubleheader in Orange City, taking on 13th ranked Northwestern. Follow the links on GoDort.com to the live stats or the Red Raider broadcast with the great Bradley Lackman on the call. And the first pitch to the pinch hitter, Muselars, swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. 0-1 the count. Gothard looks the runner back, delivers. That one's high. A little outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hayden Brown on deck. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Let's get this one here. The pinch hitter Muselar hitting 176 on the season. And the 1-1. Missed inside. 2 balls and a strike to Muselar. Two and 1 the count, 2 down, bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch. Off speed and a good one. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes to the pinch hitter, Ryan Museler. Big pitch here, big at bat for both teams. Base hit, probably scores a run. Here's the 2-2. Off speed, strike 3 called. Great pitch by Gothard. And Museler is down, goes down looking at the end of 4. Jamestown 3, Dordt 2. We'll be back with more Defender Baseball on the Dordt Media Network after a short timeout.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And today's broadcast sponsored by Ployne Publishing. Quality printing from design to delivery.
Top of the 5th inning we go. Jamestown with a 1-run lead, 3-2. Defenders coming to bat, hoping to tie it in the top of the 5th. It'll be 8-9, and then the top of the order. Anthony Rodriguez, Caden Davis, followed by Logan Harris. And that ball well hit by Rodriguez. Could be, might be, and this game is tied. Swings at the first pitch and hits it out of the field. Left center field, second home run hit by the defenders, and the second one given up by Elias Harris, the Jamestown starting pitcher. We got a new ball game, folks, as the defenders tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. A solo home run by Rodriguez, his 4th home run and RBI number 13 on the season. Tied at 3. Nobody out in the 5th inning. Caden Davis will be the batter. Out in front of a breaking ball, 0-1 to Davis, who reached on a fielder's choice, came in to score on Logan Harris's 2-run home run back in the 3rd. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Out in front of another breaking ball, 0-2 to Davis. So the defenders using the home run, 2-run shot by Harris, solo by Anthony Rodriguez. Here's the 0-2. Misses down. The catcher, Tristan Madison, I think, wanted that pitch. He was ready to throw it down to 3rd around the horn. 1-2 the count. Davis checks his swing. Did not go, says the first base umpire. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Davis. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss there. And Davis strikes out for 1 out in the 5th. Elias Harris with the strikeout. That is his 6th strikeout of the contest, and Logan Harris will be the batter. with the bases empty and one away. Harris, big 2-run home run in his last at-bat. Gave the defenders new life. Takes a pitch for a strike. 0-1 the count to Harris, followed by Christensen and then Hogestegger. And the 0-1. That one is well hit. Could be, might be, and is. Logan Harris on an 0-1 pitch. It's his second home run of the season. Touch 'em all, Logan Harris. You just hit a home run. And the defenders have their first lead of the game. 4-3 with one out in the fifth inning. Harris, his second home run, second to left field. And home run number 3 for Logan Harris, RBI number 17 on the season. And now Jamestown most likely will come in and come get we'll have a relief pitcher as Tom Hager will make a move to the bullpen. 4-3, couple of solo home runs by the defenders in this fifth inning. Anthony Rodriguez followed by Logan Harris, and the defenders have their first lead of the game, 4-3. We'll give you the new name and the numbers of the new pitcher for Jamestown after a short timeout.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
Pitching change for Jamestown, one out in the top of the fifth inning. Connor Knipp, a sophomore from Newburgh, Oregon, is the new pitcher. This is his 8th appearance, third out of the bullpen. He does have 4 starts on the season. He's 1-2 with an ERA of 8.63. 24 innings, 11 walks, 28 strikeouts. Team's hitting .375 against the right-hander Connor Knipp. You can close the book on the starter, Elias Harris, who can not win it. He is the pitcher of record. He can take the loss, cannot win it. 4 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. He was victimized by the home run today. Defenders hit 3 home runs off of him. A 2-run shot by Logan Harris and a couple of solos by Anthony Rodriguez and again Harris in this inning. And he leaves trailing by 1. Nolan Christensen is the first batter to face the relief pitcher. Knipp throws 2 balls to Christensen. 2-0 the count with 1 out, bases empty. The pitch misses low, and it's 3-0. 3-0 to Christensen with Hogestegger on deck. Defenders with a 4-3 lead. Top of the 5th inning. And the pitch, and a 4-pitch walk. Christensen walks on 4 straight balls. He is on base for the second time. Second walk issued by Jamestown pitchers. There's 1 down. Christensen at first, and Ethan Hogestegger will be the batter. He was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts against the starter, Elias Harris. Christensen with the lead, and taking the first pitch is Hogestegger. Takes a strike. That's what I would do as well. Force the new pitcher to throw you one. And now you can swing away. Down on the count, 0-1. Knipp from the stretch. Pitch misses. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Christensen at first. 7 out of 12 in stolen bases on the season. He extends his hit streak to 7 games with that single back in the 3rd inning. Throw over to first. Christensen caught leaning, but dives back, slides under the tag. Pretty good move that time by Nip. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first is Christensen. The batter is Hogestegger. There goes Christensen on a designed hit and run. Pops it up. Christensen's going to have to hurry to get back, and does, as the first baseman Alex Tolbert makes the catch. Christensen just gets back to avoid the double play, and there's 2 down. 2 down with Christensen at first. Sanchez will be the batter. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Drew a walk his last time up. Defenders with their first lead of the game, courtesy of a Logan Harris solo home run. They lead 4-3, top of the 5th inning. Sanchez the batter. And the pitch. Kind of a pitch out. Christensen not going. Sanchez ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count to the catcher Juan Sanchez. And the pitch from Nip. Misses inside. 2-0 the count to Sanchez. If he should reach, it'll be Logan DeVries' turn to come to the plate. 2-0 the count. Sanchez the batter. Christensen at first. From the stretch, the pitch. Outside, gets away from the catcher. Christensen holds. And it's 3-0 to Sanchez. 3 balls, no strikes to Juan Sanchez with Christensen at first and 2 down. Defenders now leading 4-3. Couple of runs in this 5th inning on 2 solo home runs by Rodriguez and Harris. And the 3-0 in their first strike. 3-1 to Sanchez. 3 balls and a strike. And the next pitch from Nip. Sky, that'll stay in the infield, high into the air. The wind is going to make it problematic, but making the play is the 3rd baseman, Berg, for the 3rd and final out, but not before the defenders take their first lead. A couple of home runs by Rodriguez and Harris. Defenders with a 4-3 lead as we head to the home half of the 5th inning, which we'll have for you in a moment. You're watching Defender Baseball, Dordt Media Network. For the first time here in Game 1, the defenders take the field with the lead, leading Jamestown 4-3. Due up for the Jimmies in the home half of the 5th. Brown, Tolbert, Patton. If anyone should reach, it'll be Burke. You're at the 5, 6, 7 spots in the order. Hayden Brown, 2 for 2 on the day. Gothard will start the 5th inning for the defenders. He's pitched well, 4 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. Walked 1, struck out 5. He hasn't had a clean inning. Gave up a run in the first, 2 in the second. Base runners in both the 3rd and the 4th, but pitched around trouble in each of those innings, and right now has the lead 4-3. Activity in the Defender bullpen and the Jamestown bullpen for that matter. Here's Hayden Brown. Has been a tough out today. His third at-bat against Gothard. Lefty against lefty. Pitches high. 1 ball, no strikes to Hayden Brown. Tolbert, 0 for 1 on the day. Patton is 1 for 2. And Gothard hits Brown with a pitch. And Hayden Brown will go to first base, tying run at first with nobody out. Brown's going to try to walk it off. Coach Tom Hager over to check on his batter. His hitter seems to be okay. He's going to stay in. It's going to bring Alex Tolbert to the plate. 0 for 1 with a walk. Tying run at first with Brown. Gothard has had pretty good command, just 1 walk and now a hit batter. Big lead for Brown right off the bat against the left-hander, and Gothard wisely is going to throw over, in my opinion. Brown with 3 stolen bases on the season. Gothard already has picked a runner off base. That was last inning. Picked up a big first out. Gothard, long look, the slide step, gets away from the catcher, and now Dordt's going to have the base runner in a rundown, and Dordt it's going to throw over to first. Diving back is Brown, and he will diving back, and he's safe. Pinch runner is Isaiah Roebuck. So Roebuck comes in and runs. Roebuck, returning all-conference player, sophomore from Marana, Arizona. Coach Tom Hager now is talking things over with his base runner and batter. Makes me think that there is supposed to be a play on of sorts. Delayed steal, hit and run. Somebody missed a sign, I suspect, but I don't know. 1 ball, no strikes to Tolbert, the first baseman. And the pitch from Gothard. Big cut, swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Defenders with a 4-3 lead in Game 1 of this doubleheader on Tuesday. Back-to-back doubleheaders between these two teams. Teams split yesterday. This is Game 3 of the 4-game set. Called strike, 1-2 the count to the first baseman, Alex Tolbert. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner at first is Roebuck, the courtesy, and a leisurely toss to first. Roebuck safely back. One and two the count to the big first baseman, Alex Tolbert. And the pitch from Gothard. Got him off on his front foot. High fly ball, center field. Harris is there to make the catch for out number 1. It's a big first out for Gothard and the defenders. Off-speed pitch by Gothard, and Tolbert on his front foot just lofted it to center field. Ben Patton will be the batter. Tripled and scored back in the second, popped up to short his second at-bat. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Roebuck gets the lead at first base. Gothard will throw over. Tying run at first with Roebuck. 4-3 is the score here in game number 1. Gothard checks the runner and delivers. Off speed and a ground ball. That's going to be a base hit. Could be extra bases. Rounding second is Roebuck, and he will be held at third on a double down the line, hit by Ben Patton. His second hit, his second extra base hit at that in this contest. And Jamestown threatening here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runners at second and third and 1 out. Chase Burke will be the batter. Burke 1 for 2 with an RBI double and a run scored back in the 2nd inning. So Burke, the starting center fielder, coming in a big spot, base hit, probably scores 2. The tying run 90 feet away at third for Jamestown. Gothard from the stretch. And the pitch. Off speed, misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Caden Davis, the defender first baseman, in on the grass. Suspecting maybe a bunt. Ball hit to him. He might go home with it. Third baseman also in. And Hogestegger. High strike there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good grief. 1-1 the count. Big at bat here for Gothard and Jamestown both. That one misses upstairs. 2-1 the count. Got a free base at first. Troy Berg, the number 9 hitter, on deck. 2-1 the count. And the pitch. Fly ball. Well enough hit that's going to tie the game. A fly ball to right field. Both runners tagging, and the throw over to third, not in time. And we do indeed have a tie game. Chase Burke with a sac fly to right field. Christensen with a strong arm nearly got the runner tagging from second, Patton. But we are tied at 4 on a sac fly by Burke, 2 down. The number 9 hitter, Troy Berg, will be the batter with the go-ahead run at third. Berg today, 0 for 2. Fielder's choice and lined out to center. Runner at third is Patton with 2 down. Top of the order coming up. Gothard delivers. And a chopper. Hogestegger bobbles it, and Dordt unable to make the play, and Jamestown takes the lead back. They lead 5-4. SF, and then 9. Put a space in that between F and 9, I think. So the air and Berg is safe. Well, that's being ornery, isn't it? Kendall Yackley will be the batter. SF 9. It's got to be that. Yackley will be the batter. Single his last time up. He's 1 for 3. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count to Yackley. Sack fly. 0-2 the count with a runner at first. The delivery from Gothard in the dirt low. 1-2 the count to Yackley. 1-2 the count to Yackley, representing the top of the order here. Checks his swing. Did he go? Yeah, he did. They're going to say he did. So Yackley strikes out for the 3rd time, but Jamestown scores a couple of runs on 1 hit, couple errors. They take the lead back 5-4 as we head into the 6th inning. We'll have the 6th inning for you on the Dordt Media Network after a short timeout.
Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today. Serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
Top of the 6th inning we go. Jamestown back in front in a back-and-forth game number 1 of this doubleheader. Jamestown with a 5-4 lead, a couple of unearned runs in the 5th inning. Our another new pitcher for Jamestown. This is their 3rd pitcher. It's Anthony Comfort. First look at a left-hander. Comfort, a sophomore from Bennington, Nebraska, transfer from Southwestern Community College, making his 8th appearance. 5th out of the bullpen. He's 0-1 with an ERA of 8.16, 14 and a third innings, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .375 against Comfort. He is the 3rd Jamestown pitcher. They started with Harris, who went 4 1/3. He is off the hook now and will not factor in the decision. Nip worked 2/3 of an inning. He is in line for the win right now if the score holds up. Comfort delivers. Comfort, where are we at in the order here for the defenders? This is Logan DeVries, I believe. DeVries, we're at the 5, 6, 7 spots. 1 ball, 1 strike to DeVries. DeVries 0 for 2. Couple of ground outs. He grounded out to 3rd, grounded into a 5-4-3 double play his last time up. DeVries, Carrig, Oreskes, and if anyone should reach, it'll be Anthony Rodriguez. Jamestown with a 1-run lead. 5-4 games today, both 7-inning contests. And the 1-1 delivery. Called strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-2. Kind of a unique delivery here from Comfort. Kind of 3/4. Little bit from the side. And the 1-2. Out in front of a breaking ball. Must have got a piece of it. Stays alive. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dordt, 4 runs, 6 hits. They've committed 5 errors in game 1. Jamestown, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Gothard, the starting pitcher for Dordt, has pitched pretty well. 5 innings, 8 hits, just 3 earned runs, 6 strikeouts. Next pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Logan DeVries, with Carrig on deck. Defenders need base runners. Well hit, but foul. 3rd base side. Not sure how our esteemed 3rd base coach, Ian Eshelman, didn't flinch on that. I would have dove out of the way, gotten out of Dodge in a hurry. 2-2 the count again to Logan DeVries. The pitch. Strike 3 called. Nice pitch by Comfort, and there's 1 down. So DeVries strikes out number 1 in the 6th inning. Jason Carrig will be the batter. He's 1 for 2, grounded back to the pitcher and singled his last time up. Carrig, one of the top hitters for the defenders on the season. Carrig getting .317. 1 away and the base is empty. The top of the 6th inning. Defenders trail 5-4. The pitch from Comfort. Swing and a miss. Maybe got a piece of it. Gets away from the catcher, so we'll call it a foul ball. Either way, it's a strike. 0-1 the count. Track and field team last time out competed at the Sioux City Relays. Supposed to be a 2-day event, but it turned out to just be Friday. 4 defenders claimed titles at the Sioux City Relays on the men's side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Peyton Malden, Peyton Miller, Grant Brower, and Micah Scott. Malden won the 8, Miller won the 400 hurdles, Brower the high jump, Micah Scott the triple jump. 1-1 count, line drive, base hit, falls in front of the left fielder for Jamestown. And Jason Carrig with his 2nd hit of the ball game. He's at first, represents the tying run. And Drew Oreskes will come up to bat. No, we got a pinch hitter. Thank you. Number 15 coming in to pinch hit. Trevor Jackson, junior from Westminster, Colorado. 262, 17 out of 65 with 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. Coming on to hit for the designated hitter Oreskes with a runner at first and Carrig. 2 out of 3 in stolen bases, but now they're dealing with a left-hander on the mound. Ball gets away, and that'll accomplish it. Tying run moves into scoring position to second on the wild pitch. So Carrig moves up 90 feet to second. 0-1 the count to Jackson. So Jackson with a good opportunity here. Fouls the pitch off. 0-2 to Jackson. Rodriguez on deck. Tying run at second for the defenders and Carrig. Hit a one-out single, advanced to second on the wild pitch. Talked about men's track and field. We'll discuss the women's track and field here in a moment. 0-2 the count. And the pitch to Jackson misses high. 1-2 the count as Jackson lets that fastball sail high. Wind very strong, blowing out. Continues to get stronger, I feel, as the day goes on. Here's the 1-2 from Comfort. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Comfort. And Jackson strikes out, and there's 2 down. Runner still at second with 2 down, and Rodriguez will be the batter. Rodriguez 1 for 2, struck out and hit a solo home run in the 5th, which ended up tying the score at 3. Later, Logan Harris hit a solo home run that chased the Jamestown starting pitcher. Time called. Head coach Tom Hager for Jamestown will make a visit to the mound. Gives me a good opportunity to tell you about women's track and field. Emily Heinen claimed the lone title for the Defender women. She won the 800 meter. Her teammate Micah Koistra was second, followed by Shelby Bawalda in third. The Defenders hoping to compete at the Red Raider Invite this weekend, a 2-day event in Orange City beginning on Friday, concluding on Saturday. Most of the events will be on Saturday. Temperatures right now look to be about in the mid-40s, but it is dry and the wind isn't so bad and the sun might be out. So all in all, that's actually a pretty good day for the spring for our spring sports teams. So right now the Red Raider Track and Field will compete at the Red Raider Open. The Defenders will compete there if the weather holds up. So Coach Tom Hager, and that is what the discussion is about. They are going to intentionally walk Rodriguez. So Rodriguez will walk that's the I. Have you ever used that before? All right, first time for everything. So they're going to walk Rodriguez and will face Caden Davis, the number 9 hitter. Davis 0 for 2, grounded into a fielder's choice and struck out. Left-handed batter. 2 on, 2 out in a 1-run game. 5-4, Defenders trail. Lefty against lefty here. Comfort facing Davis. The pitch inside nearly hit him. Davis, I think, was asking, but the umpire says no. 1-0 the count to Davis. Top of the order with Logan Harris on deck for the Defenders. 1-0 the count. The pitch. Off speed, well hit, right center field, drop. Nope, it's going to be caught. Hayden Brown with a running catch in right center field takes an extra base hit away from Davis and prevents the tying run from scoring at the end of 5.5. It is Jamestown 5, Dordt 4. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th in a moment. You are watching Defender Baseball on the Dordt Media Network. Defenders had their chances in the home half or the visiting half of the sixth inning, even though we're the home team kind of, but we're not the home team on the scoreboard. This is our home field. I digress. The defenders had scoring chances in the top of the sixth inning, unable to convert though and capitalize. Dordt trailing 5-4 as we head to the bottom of the sixth inning. Due up for Jamestown. It'll be Orejudos, Madison, and Singleton. 2, 3, 4 spots in the order. Chaz Gothard will start his sixth inning of work and starts off Orejudos with a strike. 0-1 the count to Orejudos. Gothard has pitched well. Going on his sixth inning of work. Takes a strike. 0-2 the count. Working ahead still here in the sixth inning. His pitch count not high by any means. There's a fly ball that'll stay in the infield. The wind is going to cause some problems. Caden Davis, the first baseman, comes across and makes the play right behind the pitcher's mound for out number 1. The wind makes those kind of plays not routine. There's one away. And that'll bring up the catcher, Tristan Madison. Madison, the catcher, 1 for 3. He singled back in the first, grounded out to third, reached on an error his last time up. Takes a strike on the off-speed pitch. 0-1 the count to Tristan Madison. Jordan Singleton, who was pinch hit for by Ryan Muselar. Muselar is on deck, so he will stay in the game and get another at-bat. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch from Gothard, swing and a miss. Big cut by Madison, comes up empty. 1-2 the count to the catcher, Tristan Madison. Base is empty, 1 down, bottom of the 6th. That one misses outside. 2-2 the count. And the 2-2. Ground ball into the hole. Carrig snags it. Long throw in time. Nice play by Jason Carrig. Deep into the hole. He went to his right, made the strong throw, and there's 2 down. Ryan Muselar will be the batter. He struck out his first time up in a pinch hit role. Stays in as the DH. Base is empty, now 2 down. Another bouncer to Carrig. Takes a friendly hop. Carrig over to first in time. And a clean inning from Gothard and the defender defense. At the end of 6, Dordt trails by 1, 5-4. Defenders down to their final 3 outs. We'll have it for you on the Dordt Media Network in a moment. You're watching Defender Baseball.
Experience-based,
relational,
inclusive. It's not just criminal justice, it's criminal justice through like the Christian perspective.
Critical thinking, more than just criminal justice.
Applicable to all aspects of your life. You get the Christian aspect and how that looks in the real world and how to deal with difficult people, but then you also get how to help these people and help them get back up on their feet.
Real world.
Realistic.
Involved. You get the hands-on experience where we get to go on field trips. I really enjoyed going to Sioux City for the training simulator. And it was also a good time going to Chick-fil-A after, so.
Top of the 7th inning we go. Defenders down by 1 run, 5-4 against Jamestown. And the 4th pitcher for Jamestown takes the mound. This is Eric Kessler, a returner for this Jamestown pitching staff. Sophomore from Dallas, Oregon. Kind of serves as the co-closer along with Hayden Brown. Kessler, 13th appearance, all out of the bullpen. He's 1-0 with an ERA of 3, 2 saves on the season. 12 innings, he's walked 4, struck out 17. Team's hitting .262 against the big right-hander, Eric Kessler. And he will have the top of the order to deal with for the defenders. Leading off will be Logan Harris, followed by Christensen, and then Hogesteger, and if anyone should reach, Sanchez. 5-4 is the score. Jamestown with a 1-run lead. Reminder that defender softball will be in action tonight in a GPAC doubleheader, playing at 13th ranked Northwestern. Two teams that are in the top half of the conference. Northwestern unbeaten in the conference. Dordt has just 2 losses, and I think they're tied for second in the conference standings. So a crucial doubleheader tonight in Orange City that we'll be paying attention to. Leading off is Logan Harris. Checks his swing, foul ball. 0-1 the count. Harris, 2 for 3 with 2 home runs. A 2-run shot in the third, a solo shot that put the defenders up for the first time back in the 5th inning. Both to left field. Here's the 0-1. That one well hit, center field, but right at the Jimmy's center fielder, Chase Burke, and there's 1 out. Second straight out recorded by Jamestown on a ball well hit by the defenders. Caden Davis made the last out on a ball well hit to right field into the gap. That time Hayden Brown made the catch. This time Burke takes a base hit away from Harris. And there's 1 away. Christensen the batter. Called strike to Christensen. Christensen 1 for 2 with a single. Kessler delivers. Off speed, fouls it off. Kessler, one of those pitchers who will work from the stretch, even with no runners on base. 0-2 the count. He is pounding the zone. 0-2 the count, base is empty. Defenders need base runners, trailing by 1. The pitch. Close pitch, goes the defender's way. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nolan Christensen with Hogesteger on deck. 1-2 the count. And the pitch. Fouled off. It's going to be out of play. Wind's not going to be able to blow that one back in. Count remains 1-2 to Nolan Christensen. Tying run at the plate. Christensen. Kessler trying to save it. If the score holds up, he would get the save in this instance. 1-2. And a full swing bunt taken by the catcher over to first in time. There's 2 down. Christensen out. 2-3 on the ground out. And it's up to Ethan Hogesteger. Comes up with the bases empty and 2 down. Hogesteger 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts popped up to first. Hogesteger hoping to extend this game, give Sanchez a chance. He's standing on deck. And the pitch, swing and a miss from Kessler to Hogesteger, and it's 0-1 to Hogesteger. Kessler trying to get his 3rd save of the season, and the 0-1 in the dirt low. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 the count. And the pitch from Kessler misses low. 2-1 to Hogesteger. Two balls, 1 strike. Hogesteger with a home run and 16 RBIs. The pitch. That's a called strike. And it's 2-2. Defenders down to their final strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, top of the 7th inning. And the pitch from Kessler. Off speed. Quite honestly, I'm not sure where that missed. 3-2 the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's a full count to Hogesteger. And the pitch. Down. And the tying run is at first base. Go-ahead run comes to the plate. That is the 4th walk issued by Jamestown pitchers, and the first from Kessler. This will bring up Juan Sanchez. Sanchez 0 for 2 with a walk. And the pitch. Misses. 1-0 to Sanchez. Logan DeVries on deck for the defenders if we get that far, and we hope we do. Here's the 1-0 from Kessler. That's low. 2-0 the count. If you're Sanchez, I think you take here. That's 5 straight balls thrown by Kessler. Hogesteger represents the tying run. He's at first base with 2 down. Defenders trail 5-4, game 1. Game 2 will follow about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Mike Biker will take you on home in game 2. He'll have the call here on the Dordt Media Network. I'd like to thank that crew, led by Rich Lodewijk here in game 1. He's your program director. And swing and a miss there from Sanchez. 2-1 the count. Ian McDonald and the great Peter Shippey on the camera duties. 2-1 the count. That was a ball, huh? 3-1 the count to Sanchez. Outside. 3-1 the count. And a line drive base hit. Gets by the diving third baseman. And the game continues. Hogesteger will go to second on the base hit by Sanchez. I'm thinking Sanchez will be lifted for a courtesy like he was last time. It's going to be Caleb Beard again. So the tying run at second, the go-ahead run with Beard at first with 2 down. And Logan DeVries will be the batter. 0 for 3. Couple of ground outs and a strikeout. And now a visit to the mound by Coach Hager for Jamestown. First and second with 2 down in the top of the 7th inning, and Hager is going to make a change. So Hager will take out Kessler, who got the first 2 outs in the inning rather easily, but then walked Hogesteger and gave up a base hit to Sanchez. So we got some defensive changes here. Number 24, I think, is a new third baseman. He was in the number 4 spot, I believe. Came in as a pinch hitter. DH. Is 15 the first base? Is that 15 or 16 at first base? And is that who they had? Okay. Still haven't seen the pitcher's number. So some defensive changes. Muselar is at third. Trent Peters takes over at first base. And the new pitcher, as soon as he turns, we'll be able to see the number. It's going to be a right-hander, number 1. Kendall Yackley, who was in the lineup in the leadoff spot. He was the shortstop. So Yackley will come in and pitch. Yackley making his 6th appearance, all out of the bullpen. He's 1-0 with an ERA of 5.40, 6 2/3 innings, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. So Yackley was at shortstop. Now will take over as the pitcher. Muselar, the DH, moves over to the left side of the infield. And the new first baseman is Trent Peters. So those are your changes for Jamestown. Runners at first and second. Hogesteger at second. Sanchez with a single. It's Caleb Beard running for him. He's at first. And once again, Logan DeVries will be the batter with 2 down. 5-4 is the score here in game number 1. Third game of this 4-game set. Teams split yesterday. Defenders winning in a 1-run game in game 1. Jamestown winning game 2. This one's been close the entire way. Couple of lead changes. And here we go. Yackley delivers the first pitch to DeVries. In there for a strike. And it's 0-1 to Logan DeVries. Yackley gets the sign. And here's the 0-1. Went with a breaking ball, misses high. 1-1 the count to Logan DeVries. Jason Carrig, once again, on deck, hoping for a chance. 1-1 the count to the right-handed hitting Logan DeVries. The pitch. Strike 2. Good pitch from Yackley. 1-2 the count to DeVries. Defenders down to their final strike. Yackley in line for the save now. If the score holds up. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball, got him. And game 1 is official as Dordt falls in game 1 by the score of 5-4. Give you the final numbers here in a moment. Dordt drops to 4-15 in the league, 16-21 overall. Jamestown improves to 8-9 in the GPAC, 19-16 overall. Dordt's final numbers, 4 runs on 8 hits and 5 errors. Jamestown, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The win, I'm going to give it a Connor Knipp. He pitched 2/3 of an inning, came in, and his team had the lead while he was the pitcher of record. He earns the win. Knipp goes to 2-2 on the season. The save goes to Yackley. That is his 3rd save of the season. Loss goes to Chaz Gothard, who falls to 2-3 on the season. Gothard went the distance, 6 innings, gave up 8 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, walked 1, struck out 6. That's those 6 innings that Gothard went matches a career high. Gothard deserved a better fate. He pitched well enough to win this one, but in a 98-pitch performance, but drops, gets the loss for the Defenders. Offensively, let's go over some of the leaders. Of course, for Dordt, Logan Harris, 2 for 4 with a couple of home runs and 3 RBIs. Jason Carrig, 2 for 3. And Anthony Rodriguez, 1 for 2 with a solo home run. For Jamestown, they were led by Patton, who went 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored, and Brown, 2 for 2 with an RBI. Final score of game number 1 goes to Jamestown by a 5-4 count. That's all for me, Matt the SID for the Dordt Media Network. We'll turn it over to Mike Biker in about 20 to 30 minutes for game 2. You're watching Defender Baseball, Dordt Media Network.